The top of the hour news, we are catching up with Naz Fredericks Maharaj, who's the founding director of WomenIN. And this November, women from every walk of life are going to gather for a one-of-a-kind event that redefines what empowerment truly means. How are you doing this afternoon, Naz?
Well, thank you, Bridget, and yourself.
I'm great, thank you. So, WomenIN, the WomenIN Festival 2025, it's happening on the 13th and 14th of November out in Cape Town. Give us some context.
Yes, Bridget, it is. It's happening here in Cape Town, 13th and 14th of November. You know, the mission of the WomenIN Festival is ideally to create a space where women are empowered to embrace their full potential without boundaries. It's all about holistic empowerment, breaking down stereotypes, building confidence, and amplifying voices that are often overlooked. This year's theme, Bridget, is limitless, no labels, no limits, no apologies. It's a bold call for women to own their identity without shrinking themselves to fit into society's expectations. It also celebrates unapologetic authenticity and the courage to dream beyond limitations. There is so much more that the WomenIN Festival is offering this year, all designed for women to step into their limitless power.
Yeah, I mean, you have convened over 60 powerhouse speakers,
Yes.
and you've curated rather an expansive lineup of master classes and workshops, and your international stage speakers list reads like I don't know. It reads like really just the powerhouse masterminds of South African industry, because you've got the likes of Bridget Mutsipe Hadebe coming through. You've got the likes of Zingiswa Losi coming through, president of COSATU, and Uthando Hopper, the lawyer activist.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you do. You know, I actually met these phenomenal women, you know, as we do our community work and so forth. And I just want to touch on Zingi, for instance. You know, we were at the P20 inaugural launch of the Women's Parliament, and Zingi's voice shifted that entire room, and she owned it with such power. And we're like, you know what, Zingi, you need to be at the WomenIN Festival because of who you are and what you stand for. And, you know, our program is very, very intentional about doing that, Bridget. You know, we're not just bringing women that are, you know, that hold a certain position into the room. We actually very deliberate on the speakers that we are bringing into the room, so that every single woman sort of sees themselves within these speakers, you know, and they walk away not only being inspired by the speakers, but walking away with practical skills and knowledge from the entire holistic program.
And your program touches on a few sort of themes. As you say, it's holistic. It's not just a tick box talk shop, women's event, another Women's Day event type vibes. You are dealing with a whole round of issues and themes.
100%, Bridget. You know, for us, we have multiple touch points throughout the year, and we support women-run festivals and WomenIN events and so forth. We really do our bit in that. But we also realize that, you know, we need to think about why we're doing what we're doing and what is the impact that we're creating, right? It's great to go to an event, you walk away inspired, you meet phenomenal women. But what happens after the event? And this is where the festival and the WomenIN portfolio comes in. You know, essentially with all of our in-sector touch points culminating in the WomenIN Festival, we truly see it as a catalyst that doesn't really end when the lights go down. It sparks collaborations, mentorships, and networks that continue to thrive beyond the event. You know, and I mentioned earlier, it provides women with tools, platforms, and relationships that fuel ongoing change in their workplaces, communities, and industries. There's actually a ripple effect that is strengthened through the WomenIN Festival, you know, bringing women together, and it just strengthens women, the women empowerment movement within South Africa. We partner with a number of associations, NPOs, and partnerships, and for instance, you know, we're partnering with Women for Change, you know, Sabrina, Mary-Lise, the ladies that are doing phenomenal work, you know, in the gender-based violence and femicide space, where we're actually hosting a 2-day gender-based violence workshop alongside Women for Change, where we will also have counselors on site. So if anybody should feel triggered, you know, they actually have a safe space to go and talk, you know, and to us, it's it's more than a festival. It's more than a movement. It's everything that we do driven by passion and purpose. And it's not just the TikToks, Bridget. That's why I think we shy away from August, so we can support all the phenomenally amazing events that are out in South Africa. But for us, it's all the time. Empowerment should not just be August. It should be every single day. And, we're working that. We definitely are.
So 13th, 14th of November, over 2 days at Cape Town's iconic Newlands Cricket Ground. That's where the Women in Festival is going to be hosted. Naz, as we wrap it up, just where do folks go to reserve their ticketing?
Awesome. Thanks, Bridget. So, tickets and full festival details are available on our website, www.wearewomenin.com. You can also follow us on Instagram at WeAreWomenIN as well as LinkedIn. And that's where you'll also find key updates on the Women In Festival. We also have a newsletter that you can subscribe to and a WhatsApp group that you can also subscribe to get regular updates.
Awesome. Naz Fredericks Maharaj, founding director of WomenIN, thank you for the time. 13th and 14th of November, if you find yourself in Cape Town. It's 2 o'clock. It's time for Andela to bring us